This music is pretty damn cool, actually. Considering it's like pre-stream music. Actually, not too bad. How's it going, everyone? Good morning to everyone on this side of the equator, and good afternoon to or evening or whatever it is to everyone else. Yeah, it's good to be here. It's good to have a little live stream. I think there's like 5 people watching because it's at a weird time zone for once. But yeah, not too bad. How are we all? Let's get some chat going. If you want to ask any questions, now's a good time to ask some questions while there's basically nobody in here. I'm just doing some work, actually. I'm just chipping away at a few things, and yeah, I thought I'd jump on a live stream and have a chat. Yeah. Phantom says, got a buzz on my phone, you were live, so I'm here. Thanks, man. Cheers for popping in. I'm sure it will get busier over the next, I don't know, 10 or so minutes as some notifications go through. For anyone who is actually notified to receive notifications that yeah, there's a stream going on. I'm still waking up, so I'm very sorry. Maui29. Is it better to do IT degree or cybersecurity degree? This question comes up a lot. It depends on if you yourself want to focus on IT as a whole and then decide later if you want to get into IT or into cybersecurity, or if you want to just go directly into cybersecurity, start learning about the cybersecurity fundamentals in that cybersecurity degree and go that way. So that it's much of a muchness at the end of the day, but obviously the cybersecurity degree is more focused towards cybersecurity. So, it's up to you what you want to pick. I don't know if you guys heard that, but my cat is going mental behind me, out in the lounge room, I think. Jalal Faroj. Sorry, I don't know how to say your name. Good. Thanks, DC. Saw your course going on LinkedIn. Yeah, there is a little thing that's happening at the moment called Safer Internet Project. Basically, it's we are giving tangible work experience and essentially projects to do on real world live business systems. So what we do is we go to businesses and we say we have some students or members of our program who want to try their hand at pen testing. We bring you guys in as members, and you try and hack into real business systems. We've designed it in a way so it's kind of like a CTF, but yeah, it's pretty cool. If you want to check that out, I'll drop a thing in the chat. Go have a look. Let me know what you think. Phantom says, actually, I got a question just pops up in my head now. Fantastic. What do you reckon for industry certifications to undergo GRC? Well, that's a good question, and I have some notes on this, so bear with me 1 second while I bring up my notes, because I was actually talking to someone in my cybersec guidance coaching sessions just the other day on exactly this, and yeah, it's there is a pathway to success, and I'll give you a very high level overview of GRC. Let me see if I can find it. I've got a lot of notes here, so it's going to take me a quick minute to go through and find exactly where that note is, but that's okay. All right, so the roadmap to GRC, the high level version of that is a CompTIA Security Plus. then a CISSP or CISA, and this relies on previous experience. So keep that in mind. Learn online about PCI DSS ISO 27001, and have a look at a few, probably a degree as well would be useful in there. GRC is like one of those interesting things where you kind of need to have coverage over different fundamental risk items. So there is quite a bit in there, but basically being really up to date with ISO 27001, ISMS, something similar to that would be the way to go. Having really good communication skills is pretty much 100%. Like, you have to be really good at communicating and getting your point across in a professional but also down to earth manner. So it does sort of depend on that, but yeah. Toriana says, answer my question about future of bug bounty. I'm not a massive fan of bug bounties, to be completely honest. So I'm just not going to comment on that because I don't think I'd be giving you a good enough answer. I just got some work chat messages. They're probably saying, what are you doing? Yep, standard. The Tactical Southpaw says, I've got a CyberSec interview, a job interview on Monday. Awesome, man. Congrats. I hope you smash it. Yeah, let me know if you got any questions. Jason says, hey DC, hope you're well, mate. I'm great, Jason. How are you? Christian Taylor, what's up? Welcome back, dude. Good to have you here again. He said he also heard ISO 27001 and ISMS. Oh, that was probably me talking about it. That's because it's a, I was talking about GRC jobs. Someone asked a question about how to get into GRC. So I gave a very high level run through of GRC certifications or experience and knowledge. Jordan Holland says, try out your home lab ideas. Having some trouble with the attack scripts and D-Shield honeypot. Oh yeah. I don't really know about scripts. How do I use the GitHub you provided? I honestly don't remember which GitHub I listed, so I might quickly go and check that out. I could do this live stream as building a lab, but I'll be here for hours. Yeah. Christian Taylor, by the way, actually works in GRC, so he's yeah, have a chat to Christian Taylor in the YouTube chat and ask him about GRC, because that's his job. Yeah, man, feel free to post your socials and whatever in there if you want to help people out with GRC stuff. Absolutely. Oh, just vibing today, to be honest. I wonder how many people actually stick around to see me just sort of sitting here chilling with my dog and, you know, talking shit. What do we got? 9 people on YouTube and 1 from Twitch. Hello, Soul Twitch viewer. Welcome. I don't really use Twitch too much, but I thought this time, because it's like an unscheduled one and it's easier to do a multi-stream when there's more than one, can't even think. I can't put my words together properly this morning. It's easier to do a multi-stream when there's no schedule because you just create one stream and it can multi-stream across both. But when you already have one scheduled in on YouTube, and then you try and do a Twitch one at the same time, it causes all sorts of drama. Yeah. Jalal Feroz, are you vaping? I certainly am. Although this one is almost out. I'm chewing gum at the same time because it tastes terrible. It's like at the very last bit, it's burning out. So yeah, but yeah, here we are. Oh, what's going on? What's cracking on Twitter? Should we do like a review time? Do you want to do like a reaction type live stream? What do you guys want to see? I'm curious what you guys actually come here to watch. If you're just here for the questions, or I don't know, do you want to watch me react to some really bad hacking videos? Tactical Southpaw said, I watched your video on entry-level job interview questions and I've been going over basic networking and cybersecurity. Anything come to mind that I should also go over? Yeah, I need to know the job title to be able to give you an accurate-ish answer to that question. I'm going to load up the YouTubes and we can do some reactions. Let's have a look. How about hacker movie scenes? No, let's go. Best hacking scenes in movies. All right. How do I all right, that's that. I need to get my desktop capture. I'm on the wrong display. There we go. If I do that, there we go. All right, we're there. I'll answer that question that just came in from Raul Perez. Can you share your experience on how did you get into the cybersecurity field? Yes, I can. So how I got into cybersecurity was essentially I was working as originally a sysadmin, then I changed jobs into a network security engineer because I had quite a bit of networking experience already, a few years of networking and a CCNA and a CCNP and some knowledge of firewalls. And yeah, I started working as a network security engineer in a project, and they had just brought in next gen firewalls at this point. And yeah, I kind of fell in love with the network security side of things, and I started looking at security as like cybersecurity, not just network security and system security and hardening and stuff like that. And I applied for a job in a defense organization, and that's pretty much it. That's how I got in. So basically based off experience. Before I got that job, I did start studying, mainly because with that job that I had in network security, they had a training budget of 10,000 Australian dollars a year, which was really handy. So I used that budget to essentially get another job. So I got all these different certifications and yeah, started applying for jobs. This defense one came up, which looked pretty cool. I'm still an Australian citizen. So getting into that and covering the clearances, which took forever, was easy enough. And yeah, that's it. I got into the job. What's the chat here? Can you share your experience? How much helpful to learn Java programming? I'm going to dissect that as, is it helpful to learn Java programming for cybersecurity? Can be, if you want to do bug bounties. Some web apps, otherwise probs not. HomeLab stream sounds awesome. If it's too long, what is the preferred way to reach out for help with the meter attack scripts? Probably easiest way is on Discord, on my Discord server. There's this enormous link at the top, which is my Discord server if you want to jump on there. Otherwise, I am pretty sure there's a link in the description. So have a look there as well. Oh, I just got a notification. I'm about based on cybersecurity awareness for all staff within an organization to try and help them to be more aware of cybersecurity threats. This one is obviously far more technical and Black Hat 2014. It's always the Chinese or the Russians in these movies, eh?
When he downloaded the PDF, what he downloaded was the keylogger.
Is that fucking Chris Hemsworth? Bruh, I don't think Thor knows how to hack it. I like that that transition there with the that. How cool is that? I want that. I want to get one of them on my streams. That's awesome. I like the music too. It's kind of cool.
Now we wait.
Wow. Infographics. Hell yeah. Flagged for music, so I'm gonna skip past that. FBI, open up. Wait, what was he typing? Oh, okay. Nmap backdoor script. Okay, cool. The autism is strong.
Jackpot.
Paul.
Benjamin.
What? What did he say?
Aufklehen.
Is this in English?
Paul. Aufklehen.
Oh damn, cool mask, guys. Hold up, I want to see the script. Ooh. Decompiling DAX _ stream. Okay. Stock market.
So setzt der DAX auch heute seinen Gipfelsturm fort.
They made it into a finger.
No one's ready for this. I want every
Fast and Furious. I'm not even gonna bother with this one. It's too ridiculous. I mean, car hacking is legit, but
It's zombie time.
okay, so like, it is possible. It's not quite as Hollywood as this, but yeah, like this. No,
I'd buckle up if I were you.
no, mate. Oh my lord. How do they get such a mad visual? The other thing is, I don't think like all of these different cars have remote control like that, but it doesn't.
Safety sensors overridden.
Thank you.
Holy traffic. Fiat 500. I don't remember this scene at all.
And here they come.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Oh my god, she said the same thing. Whoa.
Police escort down.
Check out
That
the
scene must have cost them a fortune. What is this, like an ad for Jeep? Does Dodge own Jeep? I feel like they do.
Two more down.
Oh wow. Wow, ammo much? Holy crap. He's gonna overheat.
We got an army of cars driving themselves, some backups and SWAT. I don't care if you send the goddamn Boy Scouts. Just send them some help.
Now that's dumb.
Holy shit. It's like a zombie apocalypse of cars. Yeah, okay. Here come the heroes. Skip some scenes. That is insane. Jesus. Pretty crazy that their car didn't get hit, but okay.
Target immobilized.
You're up, Tom.
Is that one of those Jaws of Life thing?
Не волнуйтесь. Можем ему отдать.
Oh yeah.
Что он делает?
Just got an email that I've been flagged for. Let's have a look at that notification, shall we? Content is detected. Yeah, alright, fair enough. Well, let's go back to listening to music then. I'll check that out in a second and see if I've let's see if we can get this going again. Bloody YouTube and their annoying things. Live stream copyright notice. Once there is no more copyright information, your stream will start up again. Hey, I think we're back. Are we back? Your stream is no longer being blocked. Well, that's good. Ah. Hey, there we go. So yeah, apparently lockdown is going to end at 4 p.m. today with some restrictions in place. Just got the notification, which is good. I was enjoying working from home though, but anyway, that's all right. The stream is back apparently. YouTube didn't like me streaming random scenes from hacker movies, which is annoying, but what can I do? Out of YouTube jail, there we go. All right, so I'll go back to some of the questions that were coming through while I was watching that. Dehinda Malada says, what is your current role and what are some of the processes, frameworks, and technologies you deal with? Most of my job at the moment is what I would consider DevOps and automation. I'm not a developer though, so yeah, it's mostly automation, I would say. But a lot of the work I do outside of that job is mostly pen testing. So pen testing of various web apps and network infrastructures and lots of Windows Server pen testing, which is fun. I stick within guidelines and checklists that are usually provided by the client themselves. So they usually have a set list of processes that you are to stay within. So basically a scope. And yeah, that's basically what it is. Cheers for following Nada OCE. I love it. What was the next one? I hope you're doing well in current lockdown. This is from Max CG, my good mate Max. This is my 6th week, still can't complain. As always, thanks for doing your part to keep us all entertained. Thanks, man. I do what I can, despite YouTube randomly blocking me every now and then. But, I mean, honestly, what can I do? Yeah, it is what it is. Skynet is always watching. Matt Spencer, what's up? Server member in the house. Nada, yeah, okay. JKC, did you see an Israeli firm hacked a Kindle? Oh, kind of cool. And gave full access to users' Amazon account. I'm not surprised it was an Israeli firm. The Israeli cybersecurity presence is pretty damn good. Like, seriously good. They're really good. Legacy GS says, last semester at uni, studying IT. Cool, man. Not sure where to go from here. I do want to get into blue team cybersecurity eventually, maybe SOC work to start off. Yeah, man. There's plenty of SOC analyst roles out there. If you don't have any certs, have a look at maybe doing the CYSA Plus just for a bit of extra, you know, backing to your profile. Kind of cool. Yeah, I think it'd be worthwhile doing the CYSA Plus. Being a, you know, a blue team cybersecurity analyst / like SOC analyst based cert. I've heard great things about it from the people I know who've done it. They said it's pretty good, so yeah, why not? Give it a crack. When I did it in 2017 or 18, so a little while ago now, and it has changed quite a bit since then. It was kind of like almost a pen testing cert back then, with a bunch of GRC stuff thrown in. But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it, so yeah. I get this chewing gum out of my mouth. It's turned into rubber. What was that other question? I just saw about Gigabyte. Oh, that happened at Black Hat, that Israeli thing. Cool. By the way, the job title I'm interviewing for is SOC analyst. Yeah, cool, man. Thank you for this avenue. What resources will you recommend for someone interested in pen testing? Coming from SOC environment, definitely the OSCP. Although I have heard great things about the Cyber Mentors course, or certification rather. It's a full-fledged certification. It's got really good ratings. I haven't done it myself, and I know as far as hiring managers go, the OSCP is still number one on their mind. But yeah, I mean, pick and choose between those two. I personally would go for the OSCP, but you do you. The taste of freedom. What do we got? Oh, that's unfortunate. So North Queensland, which is the north end of the state I live in, will go into a 3-day lockdown. But the rest of Queensland is free to go. So yay for us. Happy days. Just reading through a couple of messages from work, so bear with me a sec. What is, this is from JKC, what is greatest weakness in any network in your opinion? I would say reuse of passwords. Often switches and routers have the same password, username and password across all of the devices. It's just lazy network admin process, and it's super common. The other biggest weakness is not segregating networks properly. So often you'll see companies have a corp network and a guest network. And the guest network is open and they don't segregate the network properly, and you can still traverse between them. So yeah, I would say that is the biggest, specifically network vulnerability that you'd see often. Matt Spencer, what flavor have you got in the vape? This one is blackberry ice. It's just a blackberry flavor. It's alright, it's basically got no flavor left in it though. It's pretty much empty. Jordan Holland, good question. Any idea why there are so many Linux distros? Like Parrot OS, CentOS, Ubuntu? What do you mean Ubuntu? Oh, bless me. It doesn't really matter which one you use. It's entirely up to you. And yeah, I mean, which one's best is usually the question I get. And the best one comes down to what you want to do. Although saying that, they're pretty customizable between all of them. Jolty from Twitch, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, you can just jump between whatever OS you really feel like. Whatever one you like the use of is whatever works for you. And you can do pretty much the same thing in every single one of them. It's just up to you on what you want to do with it, how you want to harden it, or yeah, what you want to do. Do you want to just do hacking? then, you know, you can use one of the pre-built hacking OSs if you want. You know, a lot of people like Parrot these days for hacking, which I think is bad, but that's my personal opinion because I kind of grew up using Kali and, you know, all that sort of Debian based OS. So it's really much of a muchness on what you want to do with it and how you want to go about things. Legacy GS says, do you think it would be worth doing the Sec Plus before the CYSA Plus or just jump straight into CYSA Plus? I'm confident I could pass either way. Just go straight to the CYSA Plus. You don't want to become like over certified for entry level positions as a SOC analyst. So yeah. Is it worth doing the Sec Plus course offered by CompTIA? It is. I think so. It's a good cert to have under your belt, depending on what you want to do. Prabish Smran Singh, do VLANs have some specific issues or they have same issues like a normal network? They do have specific issues on how they're set up, because sometimes a VLAN can be trunking across directly into a so I was reading another question halfway through answering that and it sidetracked me. So VLANs can be like trunking into an access port or another trunking port of a core switch, which then allows you to go anywhere. So yeah, there are specific issues in VLANs. Are you familiar with Black Arch? My instructor spoke highly of it. I am familiar with Black Arch. It's actually my new all-time favorite hacking distro. I think I did a video on it ages ago on setting it up on a MacBook Pro or a Dell computer. I can't remember which one I set it up on. One of my spare laptops. And it's actually probably the funniest setup prompts. It's so sassy because it's like, do you want to install a GUI or do you want to go full hacker spec and stuff like that? So as you're clicking through, it's like, and then you choose like your window manager. It's like, are you sure you want to use that? You're a noob. Like all this is pretty sassy. It's quite funny. So as far as like usability goes, it's pretty good though. Dan Lincoln says, with more businesses moving to the cloud, will this reduce the need for pen testers or will the role evolve? The role has definitely already evolved, I would say. Cloud pen testing is still a huge thing. And saying that about like cloud movements, a lot of organizations, especially government, keep a hybrid environment for uptime and usability. So sometimes hybrid is actually going to work faster and more reliably than say a full-fledged Office 365 Azure system. Because if 365 goes down, which it does, went down last week on Monday morning in Australia, organizations who were full cloud stopped. They just stopped. I mean, what could they do? Whereas the hybrid ones, they kept ticking along, which was good. I'm not a massive fan of hybrid because it's a pain in the ass to manage. But yeah, I mean, there are benefits and cons to both. Matt Spencer says, I'm currently studying NSE 4 through Fortinet. Is it worth doing CCNA or they are basically the same? Not really the same. The NSE 4 is more focused towards the Fortinet suite, whereas the CCNA is 100% focused on Cisco. And saying that, the CCNA is, I would say, more of an industry standard cert. The other thing to consider is that a lot of vendors essentially copy what the Cisco iOS has to offer. So what I mean by that is that the commands and the fundamentals and the processes involved are based off Cisco. So if I was to choose between the two, I would have chosen the CCNA. but the NSE4 is good as well. So don't let me discount that from you, because that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just saying that, you know, one is more industry recognized than the other. What is your take on artificial intelligence and machine learning for the future of cybersecurity? Top 5 questions I get asked. AI and ML are aids to the current roles. Will they take over? No, I don't think so. I think they will replace certain roles and make those roles, you know, slightly easier to do, lack of better word, but those roles themselves evolve over time. So this is the thing with IT in general, is that these roles don't ever really stick as one thing that you do forever. They do evolve and change, and some people get left behind. For example, there's a couple of guys that I work with who are really, really good at on-premise system stuff, right? Like system management, for example, with anything from like SBS 2008 through to Microsoft Exchange 2012, and they're absolute guns at it. But for some people who like to evolve with the time, those jobs do potentially become redundant over time. But if you stay with what you're actually learning and stick with the industry as it evolves, your job will change, the role will change, what you do in the role will change, and that's just pretty much how it works, man. I mean, that's IT. That's the beauty of it. You're never doing. It's not like you're an accountant and you're processing invoices and tax returns all day, every day of the year, and not much changes except for the rules around tax. This is like the entire role changes. So that's sort of, I think actually this is part of cybersecurity that people seem to look at and go, oh my God, I'm going to be made redundant. Maybe if you don't stay up to date with the current technology. But if you push yourself to keep learning all of the different stuff that's coming at you, and just, you know, stick with it, you're going to learn it eventually anyway, because the clients will say, oh, I've been looking at this system and I'm thinking about upgrading to this instead of using this old system. What do you think? You're going to have to learn it. So you just keep going with it. That's pretty much it. Jalal Faroe says, how would you answer if an interviewer asked what is dynamic routing protocol in networking? Bruh, it's too early for me to be talking about dynamic routing. I would make a comparison between dynamic and static routing, personally. That's the example I would make, and then talk about how maybe like how DNS goes through both static and dynamic routing as an example. Yeah, that's how I would do it. In Twitch, we have Young ZXC. I miss you, man. I know who you are. He says, we're gonna hack our AI. That's it. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that, man, but sure. I guess someone will have to maintain the AI as well. Exactly. Who do you think's building the AI? That's what I was saying before. A lot of my job at the moment is in automation. I'm not saying automation and AI are the same thing, but they do have connections to each other, where AI is sometimes portrayed as an automation or a set of automations to create, for example, like a chatbot. as a response. So the AI bot is reading what you're saying. It's using machine learning to cross-reference those answers with other questions that have been asked and answers that were given to them, and it will learn from there. Is that something you really want to be doing yourself though? As like, do you want to be the chatbot, or is that AI and ML replacing the job that you never wanted to do in the first place? It's more just a value add. That's how I look at it. Tyler Connell says, hey man, is there a good chance of working a non-9 to 5 in cyber? I love the type of work, but I think working 40 hours a week is too much and ain't about that crap. Yeah, there is. There's part-time jobs out there. You can do contracting. I'm actually in a very similar boat to you where I don't like working, huge long hours every single day, forever and ever and ever. What I do like doing is working in a particular contract. So one job for 3 to 6 months. You do that, you get paid, and you take off a month, maybe take 2 months. Depends on how well your income stream management skills are, and how long you can afford to be out of a contract for. That's it's always a fun way to do it. There's plenty of part-time contracts as well. Or potentially you could start your own business and become a manager of your own time, but bringing in customers to start off with and building a reputation is a pretty hard thing to do. So keep that in mind. It's not as smooth sailing as you might think. Basketball Champ, nice name man, says, what are the steps for becoming a pen tester in Australia? What certs are highly needed? Number one cert is the OSCP, dude. I was just talking to a recruiter in Sydney the other day, and he was saying the only people he looks at for pen testing jobs have an OSCP. If they have a degree or not, doesn't even apply to him. He doesn't believe in the formal education path of degrees, which is entirely his own view. But if people do have an OSCP and maybe a little bit of experience, then yeah, they do jump on that and they potentially get jobs. So yeah. JKC says to Tyler, who I was just answering a question from, be a bug bounty hunter, basically work for yourself. Yeah, that's an option as well. Detrimental to your own mental health. So yeah, someone else in Twitch has said just become join a ransomware gang. They don't work 9 to 5. No, but they do go to jail more often than not. So there is that to consider as well. I'm getting a lot of DMs here from randoms, which is interesting. This music's not bad. I mean, this song kind of sucks. I'm going to skip it. What's this song? It's called Moving Too Fast. Someone's asked a question. What happened to the classes you were prepaid and rolling out? The classes still sort of exist. I haven't published all of them. So if you go to cybersecguidance.com, there is one course on there. I haven't finished writing the other courses because I've just been far too busy at work, to be completely honest. So what I am looking forward to is going away from work for a period of time and getting my courses running and focusing on that. I don't know when I'll be able to get them out though. It's the same as a lot of the YouTube videos. I'm doing live streams more often than any other video at the moment because it's pretty much the only one I can set time down to without any sort of preparation. Whereas making full-time videos, does take a lot of time. Whereas with a live stream, I can just sit here, press go live, and answer questions and talk to you guys, which only takes an hour. Whereas making a video that's 10 minutes long takes many hours. So unfortunately, yeah, that's kind of how the cookie crumbles on that one. Just got another message from work which I really want to read, so just bear with me one sec. This guy's on it. Yeah, sure. It's just an announcement of lockdown coming to an end. JKC says, hey man, what's your carry game look like? Backpack, etc. It's just a laptop bag at the moment. I don't have too much in there. It's a laptop bag, a notepad, a charger, a couple of USBs with different distros loaded onto them for different tasks. That's pretty much it. I use this computer. Got like a dock. You can't really see it in the mirror. Or is it on this side? This, okay. No, it's not on that side. It's actually over here. So there you go. You can kind of see it. Just there. Look in the mirror. That's it. That's my computer. It's a laptop. It's got 64 gig of RAM. It's an i5 generation 10, I think. It's got two M2 NVMe drives, 500 gig ones. Goes all right. Does the job. Yeah. Levendi says, are you allowed to have a licensed self-defense carry firearm in Australia? You can have a licensed firearm in Australia, but it must be kept in a lockbox for defensive purposes. Nope. Even the police here, they don't use real bullets. They only use rubber bullets. And yeah, there's no one has guns here, dude. You don't need guns. Guns are a waste of time and lives. Stephen Comtoy says, I live in a good area for cybersecurity, but a lot of jobs require a clearance. Same as here. Do you think military would be a good starting point? I'm also studying for an AS in cybersecurity. Military can be a good starting point if you get into like a signals type position where you can upskill within defense to work on like cyber projects. So yeah, I mean, it can be good. There's lots of programs out there to help people transition from defense positions into full-fledged pen testing or security analyst positions. There's one that I recommend fairly often called the With You, With Me Academy. Just Google With You, With Me. They're like the first few pages of results. Dan Lincoln says, oh, sorry, I missed JKC. Speaking of toolkits, can you do a video on what you keep in the thumb/portable drive? Yeah, I can. I don't even know if it's in my bag. It's probably in my little set of drawers over here somewhere. Yeah, it is. I'll get it. One sec. This is my little USB thing. Bella, get out. Get out of the bin. So I have an SD, a whole bunch of other SDs. This is apparently it's Windows. I don't have my other ones in here. I think they're actually in my laptop bag. There's a Kali one. And there's, I think, a Black Arch one in there as well. But yeah, I use them for different stuff. It's mostly just for fun, to be honest. I have pretty much everything I need on this computer itself. Dan Lincoln says, do you see more demand for blue team or red team roles in the future? Blue team, mostly at the moment. There was a big spike in the last 3 to 6 months, like the start, end of this year, of red team roles, but that seems to have sort of spiked and then it's slowly going down. So yeah. It's out. Sad reacts. I'm out of 8. F's in the chat. How long has this been going for? I wonder. Where's the timer? 1 hour. There we go. Well, it's been a pretty chill stream so far. I haven't really done too much apart from, talking with you guys. There's more likes than views, which is uncommon. But yeah. Yeah. Sunday morning, nice and chill. I'll drop a link to this in the chat as well, just in case you want to have a look. Jalal says, hey DC, come up with a video with some questions and answers an interview may ask in an interview. An interviewer, I assume you meant there, because you know a lot of interviewer in the industry. Yeah, that's a good idea. I think I did do one of those videos a little while ago with a couple of recruiters. I've done some, but yeah. Will says, yo DC, can you elaborate on your new Safer Internet project? It looks really exciting. I can. So the Safer Internet project is a membership platform for members to gain real world industry experience. Basically what we do is we get in contact with different businesses who have various different systems to perform security audits on. As a member, we give you lots and lots of projects to go through and have a look at. I've just been called into work, so I'm going to have to end this stream right now. So, thanks everyone for coming on, and yeah, I'm on call this weekend, so I've got to run. But it's been a pleasure. Catch you all later.